Meet George G. Vandermeersch. He's an expert on thoroughbreds, on thoroughbred cars like this 1951 Ford, and on thoroughbred horses. He's an experienced judge of power, the kind of power that takes jumps like this and hills like this. And he's sold on Ford's mighty V8 engine. Traveling to horse shows all over the West is a real test of Ford's quality construction, too. And even on long desert drives, over roads that blanket the entire car with dust, passengers and luggage stay fresh and clean. And no matter what your Ford goes through, a quick wash soon restores its lustrous beauty. You can take it from Mr. Vandermeersch, the new Ford is a fine car on every count. You can pay more, but you can't buy better than Ford.
You can't avoid all the bumps, but you can drive the car that levels even the roughest roads. The 51 Ford. Automatic ride control is the secret, and it's exclusive with Ford. You and your family ride in perfect comfort in a 51 Ford. Another reason why Ford outvalues them all.
You're seeing how Ford's test drivers give 1951 Fords a workout on the famous Dearborn test track. What does one of these experts look for? Well, let's go behind the scenes in Ford's experimental garage and ask Chief Test Driver Al Esper.
We watch our instrument panel for one thing. So should every good driver. When you're out driving, take a look at your oil pressure gauge now and then. If it registers considerably lower than usual, or none at all, your engine needs service. Ford dealer service. Your Ford dealer uses special equipment and methods developed right here at the test track. And you can take it from me. This adds up to the best service anywhere.
For every service job, from a major overhaul to your regular 1,000-mile lubrication, give your Ford Ford dealer service.
Here's a new Ford Victoria, latest addition to the Ford line of fine cars. It's the belle of the boulevard. Look at that sweep-around window. The Victoria combines open car airiness and visibility with the snugness of a sedan. Drive 1951's smartest car by, the Ford Victoria.
How many miles will you drive before you get another car? Well, if your car's a new Ford, it will last for many, many years. Here on the Dearborn test track, the Ford people have proved it. They've put Fords like yours through tests like this. Tests that demand the utmost from Ford's 100-horsepower V8 engine and from Ford's double seal king-size brakes, too. The 51 Ford takes that kind of punishment in its stride. And talk about punishment. Here in the laboratory, this giant vise can subject Ford parts to 200,000 pounds of pressure. But Ford testing goes beyond the track and the laboratory. Ford tests its cars on the road, under the conditions you might meet in your Ford. Millions of miles of driving like this help Ford prove that the 51 Ford is built for the years ahead.
You'll find exactly the car you want in a 1951 Ford. Only Ford in its class offers you such a wide choice. 16 separate models, a total of 17 exterior color schemes, 2 fine engines, 3 great drives, and whatever Ford you choose, remember this: Ford outvalues them all.
This is the famous Dearborn test track, proving ground for Ford cars and for Ford service. And here's a test you can make in your own Ford. Press down on the accelerator while you're driving at a moderate speed. If your car falters or hesitates, instead of picking up smoothly, that can indicate the engine needs a tune-up. The kind of tune-up master mechanic Art Stotz here gives Ford's test cars.
Here in our test track garage, we're always learning something new about service. A different way to tackle a job, or maybe we'll develop a special piece of equipment that saves time. Well, everything we learn on our cars is passed on to help your Ford dealer service your Ford properly.
For an engine tune-up or a major overhaul, save time, save money, save your Ford with Ford dealer service.
picture of a man trying to get ahead. And it's easy with a Ford V8 engine. Ford, and only Ford in its class, brings you V8 power with all the go you'll ever need, and then some. For the most power, the most car for your money, drive a 51 Ford.
The most car for your money. That's the 1951 Ford. Only Ford in its class offers you so much room. So much room where it counts. Ford, and only Ford in all the low price field, has 5 feet of hip room. Ford, and only Ford, brings you so much shoulder room. And there's plenty of space in the trunk for everybody's baggage. Over 24 cubic feet in all. Room for one more? You bet. Ford's trunk is at least 1 suitcase bigger than any other low-price car. Yes, Ford is bigger where it counts. And you'll find that Ford's extra room keeps you comfortable always. The big 1951 Ford is economical, too. Both the 100-horsepower Ford V8 and its companion in quality, the advanced Ford 6, have the automatic mileage maker that delivers more miles per gallon. And that's one big reason why Ford led all other cars in its field in this year's mobile gas economy run. And there's more, much more behind Ford's extra value. Only Ford in its class offers you your choice of 3 great transmissions. The improved conventional drive, the overdrive exclusive in its class, and Ford-O-Matic drive, the newest, finest, and most flexible of all the automatic drives. See the 1951 Ford. Drive it. You'll agree. Ford outvalues them all.
This young lady is no ordinary shopper. She's a professional, a comparison shopper for a big New York department store. So when her family wanted a car, she made it a point to find out which manufacturer offered the best value.
Let me tell you what I've just discovered about Ford. First off, I was amazed to learn that there are 16 different Ford models, and that Ford offers 17 exterior color schemes in 1- and 2-tone combinations, plus an astonishing choice of color-matched interior trim upholstery schemes. No other car in the low-price field gives you such a wide selection. And speaking of upholstery, I have a typical bolt here. It's beautiful, and I wish you could feel it. If you were going to upholster a chair, material like this would cost a great deal of money. Ford can offer you such high quality because Ford buys such large quantities. And of course, I found out that although the V8 engine is usually associated with high-priced cars, Ford and only Ford has it in the low-price field. And I discovered that Ford-O-Matic drive, which is optional in the V8 at extra cost, brings you a thrilling new kind of driving. It's the finest automatic drive of all. Since I've comparison shopped the low-price field, I'm convinced that you can pay more, but you can't buy better than Ford.
Everybody's climbing on the V8 bandwagon. Each year, more and more cars move up into the V8 class. 3 manufacturers in the last 3 years alone have joined Ford. But the Ford V8 is still the only V8 in the low-price field. And what a truly great engine it is. Smooth running, quick starting, and designed to save you gas on every mile you travel. Let me show you one of the many advantages of Ford's V8 engine. This compact arrangement of cylinders permits a shorter crankshaft than is possible in either a straight 8 or a 6. Like a fishing rod, the shorter it is, the less vibration it has. And that means smoother performance. But there's more than smoothness here, much more. The more cylinders you have, the lighter the load on each. The engine will turn over more easily. And that's one big reason why the Ford V8 is famous for fast starts in even the coldest weather. And because all the cylinders are more nearly equidistant from the carburetor, there's an even flow of gas to each. There are no hungry cylinders in the Ford V8, and that means more efficient power, more economical power. Ford has built 4 times as many V8 engines as all other makers combined. Ford's volume and know-how enable you to enjoy the advantages of V8 power in the beautiful 51 Ford at less than the cost of most sixes. Test drive it and you'll agree. You can pay more, but you can't buy better.